I set out to play 30 Days of Gas Station Simulator, but the desert had other plans. Between the loans and Uncle's goons, I only made it to day 18. Honestly, I'm lucky to still be standing. Here's how it all went. So, I bought a gas station by simply driving close to it. Honestly, I'm relieved this mechanic doesn't exist in real life, or I'd be the proud and broke owner of several coffee shops, 3 Taco Bells, and maybe an abandoned Blockbuster. I begin my new life at midnight in a pitch black room full of trash. Sadly, not the first time I've been in that scenario. Naturally, the first thing I do is wildly fling garbage into the abyss, like I'm competing in the Trash Olympics. Eventually, I leave the safety of my little garbage hut and set out to find the gas-station, whatever that is. Instead, I stumble upon something creepy. My gut screams, nope, so I do what any brave entrepreneur would do. I leave, fast. I think I finally find the gas station, but there's a small problem involving potential electrocution. No worries, mate. I march right in, tear the planks off the doors with my bare hands, and am immediately dismayed. My shiny new business is a dump. There's trash everywhere, and to top it off, a sad little cuckoo clock judging me from the wall. My first job is to fix the electricity. And where do I go? Straight back to Creepy Town. Wonderful. Thankfully, it's an easy fix. One flick of a rusty lever later and boom, the power's on. I sprint out of there before the ghosts file a complaint. On the way back, I spot a telephone box that's somehow in better shape than the entire building. I answer, and on the other end is none other than my long-lost uncle, brother, father. It's someone. Turns out he's gifted me this gas station for free. Which, let's be honest, probably means it's cursed. But hey, free is free. Back inside, I fire up the world's oldest computer. My uncle's already sent me a long email. Do I read it? Of course not. There's a massive pile of sand blocking the pumps, so I hop into an excavator. Side note, I'm not qualified, but I look cool doing it, so who cares? Naturally, the thing immediately runs out of fuel. Good thing I own a gas station. I siphon the last drops into a jerry can, feed it to Rudy. Yes, the excavator has a name, and clear the sand like a champ. With the road unblocked, I set gas prices low, because, let's face it, this place is a dump, and proudly declare myself open for business. Right now we're selling nothing but fumes and a dream. But give me a few years and I'll be a discount 7-Eleven. I order some fuel and sit back, imagining the money rolling in. While waiting, I notice Uncle Spam has sent half a dozen more emails. Sir, please, get a hobby. Before I can delete them, the fuel arrives. Great news. Except Rudy is parked directly in the way, of course. I watch as the tanker guy unfolds his very long hose. Please don't make it weird. And I sigh with relief. Just in time for my first customer. I rush over, dollar signs in my eyes, only to find out I have to pump the gas for them? Excuse me? I've been driving nearly 30 years and nobody has ever done this for me. The absolute cheek of it. Fine, I'll indulge him. Except I don't actually have any fuel. Which is hilarious because I just watched the tanker guy fill my storage. Turns out he needs me to turn the valve. This man is useless. Actually, I hate him. By the time I fix it, my first customer is gone. Instead, a cop car pulls up. I haven't committed any crimes yet, so I assume he wants gas. I fill him up, go slightly over, and get yelled at. Sir, you're a police officer. You should want a full tank. Next mission, I'm sent back to Creepy Town to play an arcade game. Except it's not a game, it's basically VR. Fully immersive, too immersive, and way too weird. On my way back, I see Elvis's ghost. Suddenly, it all makes sense. My uncle was desperate to pass this haunted nightmare onto me. Back at the station, I get a late fueling tutorial. Thanks, but I'm already a pro. Still, I'm starting to wonder when I can hire someone else to do this. I did not sign up for manual labour. The night drags on, I serve customers, clean up, and by 2 a.m. I'm exhausted. Time for bed, right? Wrong. My bed doesn't work. It's purely decorative. I am, apparently, a slave to this gas station. Furious and exhausted, I get back to work. At least I can make the shop look less like a landfill. Around 7 a.m., I catch a kid graffitiing my building. I respond in the most reasonable way possible, attempting to permanently maim him with rusty sheet metal. It's effective. He bolts into the desert, probably traumatized for life. This unlocks my ability to paint. I open the catalogue and squint at the microscopic previews. I pick something colourful, only to discover it's Christmas wallpaper. Absolutely not. I cover it with the most depressing plain colour I can find. Perfect. And of course, the main reason for painting is to erase Dennis's artwork, which I refuse to describe for my own sanity. Another fuel delivery arrives. Tanker guy is once again standing there like a wet potato until I turn the valve for him. This time he looks grumpy about it. Same, buddy, same. By midday on day 2, I've still had 0 sleep, but at least I can appreciate a nice car when it pulls up. I fill the tank and the customer actually smiles. Finally, progress. We need to start selling things other than gas to make money, so I slapped down 2 drink shelves. Yes, I accidentally bought 2 of the same kind, don't judge me. To lure in these thirsty people, I also expand the parking lot. Of course, this means hopping back into Old Rudy to clear more sand, because clearly I am not just a gas station owner. I am also the local groundskeeper. Responsible living, folks. Once the sand is gone, the parking lot officially opens for business. It's a free upgrade, and I'm suspicious. I immediately know there's a catch. Right on cue, Uncle calls. He's sent people to stock my drink shelves for free, which sounds nice, until he suddenly starts talking about money. Wait, I owe him? I didn't ask for this, Uncle. Honestly, I can't keep up with this man's spiraling personality. Next thing I know, I've got 6 minutes to come up with $5,000. Spoiler, that's not happening. I pump gas like a maniac, check my shiny new stock, and find Uncle's gift consists of just a few bottles of soda. $5,000 for this? He's dreaming. Still, I served my first customer. Every precious $3.63 counts when you're on the clock. Time ticks down. I check the official loan screen that Uncle set up, because of course he did. And it's true. I apparently owe $5,000 for reasons unknown. With only 40 seconds left, I'm out of options. Desperate, I throw all my money at the loan screen in good faith. Everything gone. I stand outside, watching the seconds tick down, praying that Uncle accepts my sacrifice. Then comes the dreaded phone call. I answer and hear a noise behind me. A very big, very scary man is suddenly there. He attacks. I'm face down in the dirt within seconds, while Uncle stares at a safe distance, not even pretending to help. Thanks, family. Somehow I wake up. It's a miracle. And Uncle, in his infinite generosity, has returned the money. Lesson learned. Never, ever take a loan from Uncle. Not unless I want my skull cracked in like a pistachio. So I carry on like nothing happened, determined not to let him win. I serve customers, hustle, and discover a brand new hobby, breaking into cars. Not only do I get extra cash, but I also score free decorations. The customers are clueless. They're inside waiting at the checkout while I'm outside picking their locks. It is the perfect crime. I proudly hang my new decor and try my luck again. Sometimes customers drive off before I can rob them, which is tragic, obviously. And other times I go bold, stealing while they're still in the car. Hard mode unlocked. The money piles up, so I splash $150 on landmarks for my garage, which turn out to be just 3 rusty cars shoved into the ground. Stunning. I'm nervous but excited to upgrade my station to level 2. It's free, which makes me sweat a little. Nothing is ever free when Uncle is involved. My ribs are still sore from last time. But wow, the place actually looks decent, and I've unlocked a warehouse. Sure, it's dark, full of trash, and smells like sadness, but it comes with a creepy musical bear. Perfect decor. And just in time too, my soda supply is bone dry. Finally, I get to order stock with my own money, stash it in my warehouse, and feel a moment of independence. As I restock, I feel proud. Scared, but proud. Uncle, of course, calls immediately, and this time he teaches me about popularity, which will apparently matter when I'm unconscious on the ground again. By day 5, I still haven't slept. Not once. I shut the station, convinced I've earned some rest. My bed is still non-functional. I plead with the pillow to let me lay my bruised head down, but nope. Rest is for the weak. I soldier on and reopen the station. This is gas station purgatory. Dennis has been back, spraying graffiti all over the walls, and at this point I don't even cringe anymore. It's just part of the decor. Meanwhile, business is booming, customers are showing up in droves, and now they're even rating my service. I personally don't care, but apparently Uncle does. And when Uncle cares, I have to care. So I go all out and build a rest room. It's nothing fancy, but it works. I even check the cleaning schedule, which is hilarious because I'm the only employee. I paint the walls a cheery orange because if I have to clean toilets, at least I'll do it in a cheerful room. Meanwhile, my thieving hobby is thriving, 10 cars cracked already. Honestly, who knew petty crime would boost my popularity to level 2? The kids love it. I can now buy a workshop to repair cars, but I'm broke and I refuse to take a loan. So I hustle. Pump gas, pick locks, sell sodas. Eventually, I scrape together enough to build the garage. And wow, it looks legit. I've never fixed a car in my life, but hey, how hard can it be? My first customer arrives and I put on my best "I know what I'm doing" face. I raise the hood, swap out a tire, fix a mirror, and miracle of miracles, the car drives away fixed. And the customer's happy. I immediately order supplies, realizing the garage pays better than anything else here. Forget gas, auto repair is my new empire. New challenges pop up. Serve more customers, fix more cars. I get to work. Objectives are getting ticked off, but honestly, serving customers is exhausting. The profits are not worth the effort. I already know this is the first thing I'll make an employee do, once I can afford one. In the meantime, I invest in an ice cream freezer. Ice cream! Well, sure, they'll melt the second someone buys them. It's the desert, but that's not my problem. It looks amazing and makes me feel like a real professional. After grinding through countless tasks, I finally serve the last customer on my list. Another station upgrade unlocked, and I'm almost rich enough to afford it. I fuel cars, repair more vehicles, and even climb another popularity level. I am unstoppable. Finally, I've saved enough cash and I slam that upgrade button. The transformation is glorious. What started as a trash heap is now, well, a slightly less trashy heap. Honestly, I'm impressed. Business is booming, and now I can even build a bus stop. The only problem, of course, I can't afford it. And you already know what that means. Back to work. A few customers later, and I finally have enough at the bus station. This is a huge achievement and should let a lot more people visit my store. And, if I'm honest, give me more opportunities to rob them. I go to check it out and notice a glowing object slowly approaching in the distance. There's been talk of UFOs out here, but no, it's a bus, and it is absolutely headed my way. I watch with mounting horror as things start jumping from the bus and then start dancing. They're a bizarre mix of aliens and dinosaurs in brightly coloured suits, and unsurprisingly, I have no idea what is going on. They storm into my little broken down gas station like a line of hyperactive ants, and I immediately question my life choices. Do I even have enough stock? I'm so flustered, I start making silly little mistakes at the checkout. It's a very strange feeling to be scanning groceries while I see legs bobbing merrily in my peripheral vision, but mercifully the last guest eventually hops back on the party bus and peace returns. Sort of. Just when I'm catching my breath after that chaos, another call from Uncle. There's good news this time. Finally, I can hire a worker. Oh, there's nothing worse than running a business and having to do everything myself, so I am very excited. I clean up the glitter and confetti from the party bus and try to get back to a normal day, filling up cars, ringing up customers, and avoiding my impending dread. And then I do the unthinkable. I really want to hire a worker, but I can't afford it. I click through my PC to the loan page, hovering there like a cartoon hand over a big red button. My finger slips. I've taken out a $500 loan, which I now have 15 minutes to pay back. Immediate regret sets in. I buy an employee trailer, despite knowing I can't really afford to hire someone, and start frantically filling cars. This loan feels like a ticking time bomb. I'm already planning my escape in case things go south. I steal money, serve customers, and even repair cars in a frantic attempt to make $800 in the next 10 minutes. With 30 seconds left, I still need $20. I am so close. I overfill the car just to be certain, and finally, I make it. I run to the computer, pay off the loan, and narrowly avoid a beating from fate. And Uncle. There's bad news though. Fuel is low, and I've only got $50 to my name. What else can I do but steal? It's not enough though, because I have now completely run out of fuel, and I've managed to make a police officer a little cranky. I sell some decorations in desperation, but I know deep down there's only one option left. Another loan. I take the smallest one possible, just enough to buy some fuel. I even raise the gas prices because at this point every cent counts. Finally, the fuel truck arrives, but I only have 6 minutes to make $200 to pay back Uncle. I also know I need another $200 for the next fuel delivery. It's day 10. I should have known better. I've messed up badly. I start pumping gas like my life depends on it, because it does. I even stand at the driveway, waiting in line for cars to pull in. I've never stooped so low. Times are desperate. I alternate between thieving and fueling, juggling crimes like a true entrepreneur. Sitting at $100 with 4 minutes left, despair creeps in, but I push through. With moments to spare, I've done it. I scrape together $200, which is enough to pay back Uncle. But then it hits me. I'm trapped in a vicious cycle. Pay him back, take another loan, buy more fuel, repeat. It's financial Groundhog Day. So I make a bold decision. I spend the rest of my money on drinks and decide to face the consequences. whatever they may be. Consequences arrive on a scary motorbike. Uncle is not pleased. He takes the rest of my money, leaves me broke, tanks my popularity, and, judging by my sore ribs, probably has me beaten up for good measure. I use up my last drops of fuel, but not all is lost. Remember those drinks I bought? Maybe, just maybe, that'll be enough to get me back on my feet. A full drinks cabinet does look very professional. Customers might not get fuel, but at least they can drown their sorrows in cola. So it goes. I thieve, I sell drinks, I hustle. Slowly but surely I claw my way back, finally affording fuel again. It's been a long, brutal road full of lessons learned and probably ignored, but I can finally breathe. And I swear, never again will I take a loan from Uncle. Another day in the desert drags by. With $200 in my pocket, I'm in a surprisingly great position. It's finally time for the next big step, hiring an employee. Ironic, since buying their trailer put me in this mess in the first place. What could possibly go wrong now? The choice is between Andrew and John. Both fine candidates, but I pick Andy. He seems like a top bloke. I find him lounging by his trailer and immediately throw him into work. He runs off, eager to please, and I love him already. Having someone to help out around here feels life-changing. Maybe I'll even make real money. Until, of course, Andy disappears. Where is he? Oh, he's back at his trailer, resting. I've worked 12 days straight with no sleep, and this man needs a nap after 6 hours? Not on my watch. Back to work, Andy. While repairing a car, a new challenge pops up. Serve 100 customers. 100! This is going to take forever. Thankfully, Andy's here to help, if he can be bothered. I grind through repairs, fueling, restocking, and occasionally not paying Andy because money is tight. Hours blur together. At least my popularity climbs a level. Small wins. To speed things up, I buy a new shelf for food and car care. If people want to impulse buy snacks while I bleed out emotionally, so be it. Finally, some progress. I've repaired my 10th car. Just 70 more customers to go. At this point, I'm practically begging for the weird party bus. Look, I'll be honest with you. I started this whole challenge with the best of intentions. 30 days of gas station simulator. But this 100 customer grind broke me. By day 14, I was questioning my life choices. And then it happened. A glorious sight, a party bus. Dozens of weird customers flooding in. My heart soared. It only got me halfway to 50 customers, but geez, it was amazing. I tick off more challenges. 40 tips received, 45 cars fueled. Slowly, painfully, I creep closer to that cursed goal. It's day 17. I've had 4 days straight of endless work. I'm at customer 99. He strolls over slowly, every step a victory lap. I serve him, basking in glory, then, just for good measure, serve the next customer. Challenge complete. Now I can level up the garage. Or I could if I had $1,500, but I'm not giving up now. I grind harder, repairing cars, fueling tanks, serving customers. At last I have the cash, and with it, I unlock a level 4 gas station. Uncle calls, presumably to congratulate me. Instead, he tells me to hide. I tell him not to worry. I've been hiding ever since I owed him money. Turns out, though, there's a sandstorm coming. The sky grows dusty, crackling with electricity. It's beautiful and dangerous. I refuse to hide. Bring it on. It passes kind of quickly. Anticlimactic compared to Uncle's thugs. Honestly, I miss the adrenaline. It's day 18 and I stand outside looking at my little empire. This dusty, rundown place has grown from a trash heap into something almost respectable. It's nearly bankrupted me, scarred me, and probably shaved years off my life expectancy. But it's mine. From flinging garbage into the abyss to stealing from customers under their noses to fighting for survival against uncle's loans and goons, I've clawed my way up. I've built a gas station, a garage, a business, a life. And while it may not be a shining beacon of success just yet, one thing is clear. This dump has potential. One day, with enough stubbornness and bad decisions, it might even be great.